Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 steps that you need to know in order to manifest your dream life. These are the exact 5 steps that I used for myself back at the end of 2019 when I was living with my parents and I wanted to move out by going full-time on YouTube, by giving life coaching services. This was the exact strategy that I used to basically manifest my dream life and move out of my parents' house by the time I was 20 years old. This stuff actually works, not just me, not just if you're a life coach. All of these principles that I'm going to be sharing with you come from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, a lot of other success coaches, Stephen Covey. All of this is kind of being blended together. I've made it very simple for you and outlined it into 5 clear steps. And it's very important that you understand that this really didn't work for me until I learned steps 4 and 5. Okay, so I was doing steps 1, 2, and 3, but nothing really clicked until I learned steps 4 and 5, and that's really what turned this into a reality for me. All right, so very important you stick until steps 4 and 5, and let's begin. So first, I wanted to talk about this word manifestation. What is manifestation? Nowadays, it seems like everyone's skipping around like this, saying, oh, manifest your dream life. Oh, manifest this. Oh, manifest that. Everyone's talking about manifestation, but what does this word actually mean? It's just like a word. How do you manifest something? What does that word actually mean? So what I did was I decided I Googled the definition of the word manifest, and I actually have it right here. So when used as an adjective to describe something, the word manifest means something that is clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Okay? Something that is clear or obvious to the eye or mind. All right? And when used as a verb, this word manifest, very important you understand, is what to display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance, or to demonstrate. Extremely important. You guys must understand this word manifest. It means to demonstrate, to show. Okay, so keep that in mind as we get into the 5 steps. So what's step number 1 for manifesting your dream life? So step number 1 is you need to have a clear vision. Clear vision. Okay? This is the target setting. In order to achieve a target, you need to set a target first. Most people fail at step 1 because their vision isn't clear enough. They don't actually know what they want to achieve, so no wonder they have trouble achieving it. Because if you don't know where you're even going, it's like imagine you get in your car, okay, and you start driving, and your passenger asks you, where are you taking me? And you just tell them, I don't really know. And you just drive around. But let's say your passenger wants to get to Vancouver, and you're in Toronto. Your passenger wants to get to Vancouver, and your passenger asks, where are we going? You say, I don't really know. Hopefully we get to Vancouver. You know, we could go to Newfoundland. We could go down to Mexico, go anywhere. See, if you don't actually have a clear destination, you really can't get anywhere because you don't even know where you're going. It's very simple. So what are the principles for creating a clear vision? How do you actually do this for yourself? Well, basically what you want to do is you want to take some time alone, sit down, put your phone away, and sit down with a journal. And just right at the top of the journal, ask yourself, what do I want to create in my life? What is my ideal life? This is the question you're going to answer. And for the next hour or 2 hours straight, You're just going to spend time visualizing and writing down what is your ideal life. First of all, where do you live? And if you don't know where you want to live, what I recommend you do is just go on Google and start Googling some beautiful houses. This is good because it starts to activate the visual cortex where you can kind of see it on Google, and then you can visualize it a lot more clearer. Start looking at houses that you would love to live in. So many people don't do this because we're afraid, oh, we don't have enough money. Our job is only paying us $16 an hour, so I'm not even gonna bother looking at beautiful $1 million homes in the middle of the wilderness in British Columbia or in Italy. I'm not even gonna bother looking at these homes because I can't afford them, so what's the point of even looking at them? But that's not important. What's very important you need to understand when we're creating a clear vision is that you do not need to worry about the practical details yet. This is just the target setting function of your mind. Your mind is like a heat-seeking missile. A heat-seeking missile first needs to select a target, and then the missile will figure out the quickest path to reach the target. So your conscious mind, which is what we're doing when we're journaling, your conscious mind needs to select a target, and then your subconscious mind will figure out the quickest way to get there. And we're gonna make sure that that happens with step 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when you select a target, don't feed thoughts like, but how am I gonna achieve this goal? Do I have enough money? What's my family going to think of me? I don't even know how to do this. I don't know. See, all these practical worries, not necessary to worry about right now. We're just giving yourself the permission to dream, to imagine. Imagine there's a rainbow. Imagination, okay? Give yourself a magic wand. I do this with my coaching clients. Give yourself a magic wand. Say, if you could wave this magic wand and instantly manifest any life that you want for yourself, your ideal life, where do you live? What is your spouse look like? Do you have a relationship with an intimate partner? What do they look like? What do they act like? What are their interests? How tall are they? Every single detail. What color's their hair? So when we're creating a clear vision, the more detail, the better. So you actually want to think, where do I live specifically? What area of the world? Which house? Do I have a house that's in the forest? Do I have a penthouse condo? Does my house have big, tall glass windows? Is it more rustic or is it more modern? And actually do that Googling. Look at images of houses. Start to hone your taste. Figure out, what do I want? And be clear and specific about it. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, I would love to have a beautiful house in Vancouver that has a more modern look, but it's out in nature, in the forest. Not a massive house, but a big enough house that I can host events and parties. So, okay, great. So now what I do is I go on Google, I look at images of those exact houses, and I feed my subconscious mind with it. I actually look at the inside of the house and I imagine myself actually being in that house. How does it feel? What kinds of things do I have? Okay, so when we're making this clear vision, also think about, okay, how expensive is this house? How much money does it cost? How much money am I gonna need to be making per month in order to live there sustainably? So maybe the answer is 20 grand per month income will allow me to live in this ideal home. Maybe 30 grand per month income. Okay, good. So now we have a target, a clear target, an actual number. Also, you want to think of things like, what does my body look like? What kind of food am I eating every single day? What kind of water am I drinking? What do I do? What are my hobbies? What do I do for fun? What do I do to relax? What does my day look like? That's a big one. What do I do first thing in the morning? So you can journal your ideal day. First thing in the morning, what do I do when I wake up? What time do I wake up? What's the first thing I do? So literally what I want you to do is live through the ideal day in your mind's eye. Imagine your goal is already achieved. Your vision is clear, and actually live through the entire day in detail. What are you doing all day? And it's very important, guys, that you don't make this some kind of what's the word? You don't put it on a pedestal where you think that once you achieve this goal, it's going to be like the most amazing thing ever. So like what you shouldn't do is like, oh, I'm going to wake up in the morning and then I'm going to book a flight right to a different country, and then I'm going to ride a magical rainbow like to that other country. And you want to kind of live your daily life. Okay, make it natural. So don't make it like the most grand, like the most insane life, like the most crazy day. Do like an average day in your life. So when you're visualizing, visualize the average day. When your dream is manifested, what's the average day? You're not going to be booking flights every single morning to go fly to different countries. Maybe if you want to do that, you can, but just make it very simple, very average. So, okay, so I wake up in the morning. Maybe the first thing I do is I review my goals. And then what I do is I drink some lemon water, and then maybe I go swimming in my pool. I do some laps in my pool. And then maybe I do some meditation. And then after that, I start doing something creative. Maybe I'm doing my paintings. Maybe I'm coding a video game, doing some graphic design. Maybe I'm making a video. So you want to actually plan out your day in your ideal life. And ask yourself questions like, okay, I have the money coming in. Imagine you have some passive income coming in. What kind of passionate art do I want to share? How do I want to impact the world? Because you might get tempted to think like, oh, once I have this ideal life, then all I'm going to do is just like play video games and watch movies all day. I'm just going to waste my time, just chase pleasure all day. But don't think so much about like the pleasure you're going to get. Think more about what gift am I going to give out to the world? How am I going to uplift humanity? How am I going to inspire people? Think about that, because remember, guys, giving is actually more fulfilling than receiving. You'll learn this as you grow and develop, but keep this in mind. Giving is actually more fulfilling than receiving, because all of reality is one thing. It's all one. We're all connected. So when you give to another person, you're actually giving to yourself. This is why the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So if you're sitting in your dream house, but all you're doing is just playing video games and snorting lines of cocaine, then you're just being a hedonist. And that's not a very satisfying, fulfilling life. The most fulfilling life is the life where you're sharing your art and your passion in some meaningful way that helps people. So contemplate that. Think about that. Okay? I'm in the process of making a course that helps you get super, super clear about exactly that. What is your passion? What is your life purpose? And how to actually share it with the world. All of this stuff that I'm talking about today is covered in a lot more detail in that course I'm making. It'll be out in a few days. Okay, so once you have that clear vision with clear, definite, And also, what am I going to give in return for it? So right now I wanted to share Bruce Lee's definite purpose. Okay, so Bruce Lee was obviously an extremely inspiring guy, and he read the book Think and Grow Rich, and this was his definite chief aim in his life, that he would read this every morning before he woke up and every night before he went to bed. I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performances and render the best of quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then onward till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Signed, Bruce Lee, January 1969. All right. So Bruce Lee got that from the book Think and Grow Rich. And notice how he's very clear about his aim. I want to be the highest paid actor in the United States. Oriental actor in the United States. It's measurable. It's clear. It's exact. Your subconscious mind can't help you unless your goal is exact. It's clear. All right? And also he talks about, what am I going to give in return? Because you can't get $10 million unless you give at least $10 million worth of value out into the world. Napoleon Hill says, you should be giving 10 times as much value as you hope to receive. So if you say, okay, I want to make 50 grand per month. Okay, think about how can you generate 500 grand per month worth of value in other people's lives? How can you affect other people so that it actually generates $500,000 worth of value? Only then will you be able to get 50 grand in return. All right. So also very important about the clear vision. Think about, who am I? Who is the person who can live this clear vision? Think about the version of you. What kinds of skills does he have? That moves us into step 2 for manifesting your dream, is having a clear action plan. And the way you create a clear action plan is by going into your definite clear vision, living in that ideal version in your mind, and thinking, okay, this version of Adam, what skills does he have that I currently don't have? So, okay, let's say this version of Adam wants to live in Vancouver, in a beautiful house, and he wants to make, let's say, 50 grand per month. Okay, so what skills does that version of Adam have that I currently don't have? So back in 2019, I was thinking, okay, so what I would need is I would need marketing skills. I would need more business skills. I would need better money management skills. I would need more knowledge about personal development, more books. I would need to know how to speak on camera. I would need to be more confident in that sense. So you want to think about, what are the skills that this ideal version of you has? Because remember, if you want to live your ideal life, you need to become the ideal version of yourself. So contemplate, what qualities does this ideal version have? The ideal version of Adam, for example, is very organized and clean. He is consistent with his morning routine. He is very focused when he does a task. He's very humorous and playful. He doesn't take things too seriously. He has a lot of emotional mastery where he lets strong emotions like anger, worry, depression, he just lets those pass through him, no problem. He's very awake and aware in each moment. So these qualities of that ideal version of yourself, contemplate them. Okay, so when we're creating a clear action plan for yourself, basically what you need to do, go into the future, think about, okay, how much money do I need to be making a month? Okay, 50 grand per month. Okay, great. Think about, how can I reverse engineer, now that I know my target, how can I reverse engineer that and break that down into little chunks of little goals? So if I want to achieve my vision in 5 years, okay, how can I break down the plan year by year? So first you want to think to yourself, okay, so I'm going to need some skills. I don't have the skills right now to achieve that ideal version, that ideal life. So what skills am I going to need? So write down your skills. Marketing, maybe. Let's say, for example, you want to be a painter. You want to paint every single day. You want to paint full-time and make a full-time income off of that. That's possible, but you're going to need to know marketing, how to share yourself on social media. You're going to need video skills to share your paintings. Otherwise, nobody's going to know you exist. You have to market yourself on the internet somehow. Guys, very important. You guys need to understand, marketing is an essential life skill. If you don't know marketing, you're fucked. Okay? One of my coaches, Eben Pagan, said that 30 years ago, exercise and diet was not really common knowledge. Back in the 80s and 90s, exercise and healthy diet was not as commonly known as it is now. Nowadays, almost every single person at least has the general gist of how to exercise and how to eat healthy. We generally have this knowledge. But 30 years ago, we didn't. Now, in the same way, 30 years from now, marketing is going to be common knowledge, where every single person needs to know marketing in the same way where every single person needs to know basic health and fitness. So, skills. How do I market myself? What kind of video skills? How do I build video skills? Also, money management. Okay? What other skills am I going to need? I need better painting skills. I need better people skills. I need online business skills. All right? Maybe you want to do live painting shows. Then you need to work with an agent, right? So you need skills to work with an agent. So literally, just think about how, if I want 50 grand, okay, how am I going to do that? And it's very possible. One of the best ways to do that is to move into step 3, is to study examples. So the odds are there's a few people in your life that inspire you, people who you want to be like. Find out people in your niche, in your field, who are already succeeding with doing what you want to do, and study. How did they do it? What's their business model? What's their marketing message? What kind of courses do they have? Or like, how do they make money, basically? How did they get there? Because they weren't always in that ideal life situation. They had to build themselves up to get there. So if you want to be a professional painter and you want to live in Italy so that you can paint every single day and then sell one painting per day on eBay. So every day you wake up, you make one painting and then you sell it for $300. Then you make $300 a day. basically. Then maybe you have a social media going on the side where you're making some ad revenue from that. Maybe you have a painting course on the side. You can easily generate 10K per month just by making a painting a day and videotaping yourself doing it if you set it up properly. So, okay, are there other people that do that? There probably are. Study them. See, what are they doing? What kind of skills do they have? What kind of camera do they use? What angles do they use? And now it's very easy to get overwhelmed, where it's like, oh my God, I gotta learn all these skills. I'm not good enough to learn these skills. But you're not understanding. Skills are something that you learn from scratch. When that person, when your mentor, that example that you're studying, when that person started, he didn't know either. She didn't know how to do it either. You start from scratch. That's how life works. That's how video games work. You start from level 1. And then after you learn, you make mistakes, you fail, you get crushed by the enemies, the threshold guardians. Then you get a little bit better each time you level up. Oh, level 2, level 3, level 4. If you stay consistent, if you keep playing the game, if you keep investing in your skills on a daily basis, then next thing you know, you're gonna be very competent in marketing, video skills, money management, painting, people skills, online business skills, working with agents. All of a sudden, you're going to be very competent with that. And also, think about, okay, when you're studying examples, ask yourself, where can I learn this information from? What books are available? So go out, buy a book about marketing. Go buy a book about video skills. Maybe there's online courses about video skills. I know Think Media, I've never done their course, but I really respect their whole business model. They're extremely awesome helping YouTubers. This is free advertisement. Maybe they have a video skills course. If you want to make a YouTube channel, they have a course for you. Marketing, I like the Story Brand course. Check out that. What about money management? There's probably courses about money management. There's probably courses about improving your painting skills. Take them, buy them, use them, invest in them, swim in them, okay? Every day, learn this shit. So that's how that actually goes into your action plan, is that actually, so if you have a 5-year target, okay, so in year 1, I'm going to need to learn marketing. Okay, that's what I'm going to learn in year 1. You just pick what you need to learn first, basically. So how am I going to learn marketing? So year 1 is the marketing year. Okay, now let's break that down into monthly goals. Okay, so first, before anything, I need to learn what marketing is. That's what I need to do on month 1. Okay, I don't even know what marketing is. I've got to learn what it actually is. How am I going to do that? Okay, I'm going to go buy 2 books about marketing and I'm going to read them. Okay, how do I actually implement that into a daily habit? Okay, I'm going to read 30 minutes per day about marketing. And that's going to compound. 30 minutes per day, at that rate, you can finish a whole book each week. So if you read 4 books about marketing, you're going to know a lot more about marketing than other people. It's very fucking simple. This is very straightforward. Go buy a book about the skill you need, read it, practice it, and embody it. Okay? You might say, oh, Adam, it's easier said than done. No, it's not actually. It's just as easy as I just said. Do it. Okay? The same goes for every one of these skills. Just, you want to think about what skills do I need, and then how can I implement a daily practice to improve it bit by bit every single day, to work on it daily. This doesn't work if you're doing it once a week. It only works if you do it daily, because that wires your subconscious mind with a specific self-image where you're going to actually start to see yourself as a marketer. So what I had to do when I was learning how to be a coach, for example, I needed coaching skills. I didn't know how to do that. So what I started doing was on my YouTube channel, I just started offering, hey guys, I'm going to talk to you for free. I'm going to coach you. Here come free calls. So every day I had people booked. Every day I was talking to some new person for free, helping them with their life. And what I had to do is I actually had to shift my self-image and to start to see myself, I am a coach. So in December of 2019, I wasn't a coach, but by January of 2020, I was a coach because I shift my identity. And there were also synchronicities that happened that I'm going to get into in 1 second. But as I started to have my chief definite aim, I was reading Think and Grow Rich. I made my own chief definite aim. I want to have $50,000 in my possession, rendered through my free YouTube videos and also my life coaching services. That money's going to come to me because I'm going to give $500,000 worth of value out into the world. And that's what I learned. I read books about coaching. I took a course about coaching. And it was awesome. It really helped me. I practiced daily. Got better. I got better. I sucked in the beginning. Got better. I got better. Now I'm so good that I'm kind of bored of it, to be honest. Now I'm transitioning into digital courses. Okay? But that's me. Okay? Think about you. Next, so once you study examples, you have a clear action plan in place. Next, you need to be as if. Okay, this is what I was alluding to. So when I was reviewing my chief definite aim first thing in the morning and last thing before bed, step 5 is wire your subconscious. You do that is by clarifying your vision, okay? Last thing before you go to sleep at night, lie on your back, get your pillow out from under your neck so that your spine is straight, lie on your back, put your hands on your heart, and literally live as your ideal version. Feel how it feels to be financially independent. Feel how it feels to have a beautiful girlfriend or boyfriend. Feel how it feels to share what you're passionate about with the world. Say, Adam, but I'm not clear about what I'm passionate about. Well, I have a course coming out that's going to help you with that. There's no excuses. I'm sure there's other courses out there that are going to help you with that. There's really no excuses. Do your best to imagine yourself sharing something. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just feel that feeling of giving some kind of gift to the world and helping people. And live in that reality as you're falling asleep. And right when you fall asleep, you should be filled with that feeling of your wish has already come true. Be grateful and have faith that your wish, your vision is already going to come true. And in fact, even more powerful, feel as if it is already true. Literally be that version of yourself. Before the external reality can change, first you need to live it inside. Then the outside will mirror it. That's why, remember, the word manifest, what does that mean? It means to demonstrate. On a daily basis, you need to demonstrate to the universe who you are. And the universe will mirror that to you. Demonstrate that you are your ideal version by acting as if every single day. So think about, what does my ideal version do first thing in the morning? What's the morning routine? What do they do before bed? What do they do for work? And then start doing that today. Now, sure, okay, if you're going to school all day, if you have a 9-to-5 job, okay, I understand. Do your best. Do the best you can with what you got. Live as if. So, a story of what happened to me when I started doing this was, as I was going to sleep every single night, wiring in my mind, I live on my own, I moved out of my parents' house, I'm making videos full time, I'm coaching people full time, And I'm so grateful that this is happening. What starts to happen is you start to see synchronicities. So the problem was that I really didn't have a lot of money at that time. And the problem was I really had trouble getting approved for a lease because I'm just like a 19-year-old kid who just only had a part-time job. There's no way I'd be able to afford a $2,000 lease in Toronto, right? Super expensive to live here in Canada, and there's no way I'd be able to afford that with my job. I was lifeguarding part-time, making a little bit of ad revenue on YouTube. And okay, so as I was falling asleep, feeling as if I was already succeeding, I was already financially independent, I started to see synchronicities. First of all, one of my friends just kind of messaged me on Instagram. He said, "Hey, I'm moving to Costa Rica for 6 months. Would you like to sublet my apartment? It'll be $800 a month for you." And I was like, yeah, like fuck, let's do it, because like there was no contract, there was no lease agreement. It was a sublet, so I just basically just took over his rent and just moved right in. So I didn't have to worry about that process of like getting approved by a landlord. My friend already likes me, and he just kind of let me live for him in his apartment. So that was great, right? So that was like, okay, I seized that opportunity. And then also, for some reason, I never check my email, guys. I need to start checking it more, but I'm just not the kind of guy, I don't check my email that frequently. For some reason, I got possessed to just check my email for no reason. I specifically remember at my desk in my parents' bedroom, I checked my email, and first thing in the email was an email from Eben Pagan, one of my mentors, and he said, "Hey, you want to become a life coach? I got a program that's really good, and it'll train you on how to do it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of helpful." I clicked on the email, got the program. The program cost exactly as much money as I had available to spend. So I was like, okay, perfect. I bought the program. Honestly, I recommend Eben Pagan's virtual coach program if you're someone who's looking to becoming a coach. It's a great, amazing program. I highly recommend it. But yeah, I went through it. It was a 3-month program, and that was exactly when my chief definite aim was due. My birthday is in March, so I was thinking by March, I'm going to be fully financially independent and I'm going to be living on my own. And Eben Pagan's program's like, yep, it's a 3-month program. It ends in March. And by the end, you'll be financially independent. Like, great. Synchronicity. Perfect. This happened because I was already priming my subconscious mind with the feeling of I am already successful. And then it naturally just kind of appears in your reality. Okay? It's kind of magical. If I wasn't wiring my subconscious mind, I wouldn't have even been ambitious enough or courageous enough to even take a chance on buying an expensive online course, or to take a chance on moving out of my parents' house when I was 19 years old, or 20. It's actually 19. So this wiring your subconscious mind is extremely important. The best way to do that, as you're falling asleep, imagine the wish is already fulfilled. Okay? Live as if, feel your vision as if it's a reality, and then also review it first thing in the morning. And I promise, guys, once you start demonstrating that you are the ideal version of yourself, then your reality will begin to match that. Okay? That's what the word manifest even means. Okay? Manifest means to demonstrate. So are you demonstrating that you are the best version of yourself? And if you are, then you're going to get the best version of your reality. Step 1, clear vision. Step 2, action plan. Step 3, study examples and mirror or model them. Step 4, be as if. Step 5, wire your subconscious mind every single night. If you're a little bit shaky about your vision, if you don't really know how to create a clear action plan, you want more details about these steps, check out that course that I just made. It'll be out in a day or two. I guide you through step by step how to clarify your vision in your mind, and then also how to create a clear action plan for achieving it, and then also how to wire your subconscious mind so that you can manifest your dream reality. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. I got more videos on the way, and I'll see you in the next one.